I spent the beginning half of my summer traveling to Italy and Greece with 40 of my subscribers, and this is how it went. So you might be thinking to yourself, what is this trip? What is going on? When did this come about? I missed this. Let me catch you up to speed. So in April of 2022, I worked with TrovaTrip to plan 2 group travel trips, one to Italy and one to Greece, with 20 spots each for you guys to come and join me. I've been so looking forward to these trips, a little over a year in the making, and I get to meet so many of you guys and actually connect face to face, and more than that, travel and experience a brand new country. And I get to do it 2 weeks in a row. Absolutely fucking insane. So with that, I kicked off my European summer with a trip to Italy. So we made it to Rome, and it actually wasn't a bad travel day. It was a long one, and usually I don't sleep that well on planes. Not saying that I slept well, but I did sleep. So that's something. I feel like I've mastered the sleeping sitting up technique, because for me, some people can fall asleep mad easily sitting up. I am not one of those people, and it's because my neck is always flopping over from side to side, and it immediately wakes me up, and I can't sleep hunched over onto the table, and I can't. Neck pillows are like the most uncomfortable thing ever. I don't understand why people fly with them. What I have started doing is either taking a sweatshirt and bunching it up at my shoulder, or taking like the little pillow that they give you. Then I cross my arms like this, and then I just like that. So I'm like basically still upright. Boom, I can get through a flight like that. I mean, I wake up every 20 minutes, but like it's actually like it's better. Anyways, we're here and everyone's arriving in a few hours, so I'm just trying to take some time to decompress and get ready and be alone before everyone joins. But I'm so fucking excited to be here. But we've got 1 full week in Italy and then another full week in Greece. So we're at the beginning of a Euro summer for me. I'm so excited to meet everyone. Italy. So we're starting our trip in Rome, spending a few days here, and then we're traveling up through the Tuscan countryside to Florence. So we're stopping in Orvieto and Montecatini Terme, and then we're taking a few day trips to different wineries and places within the Tuscan countryside. We're making our way to Florence and Siena, and then we're heading back to Rome. So we're covering a lot of ground in this trip. There's definitely a lot of travel time worked into our schedule. This is a very packed trip. You know, before going on these trips, I was a little like, how am I, an introvert, going to do this? And you know, there were absolutely moments where I was like, I'm tired and I want to be alone. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised with myself and like how it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like I wasn't as, oh God, I need alone time, as much as I thought I was going to be. I think I was just having so much fun, and I adore everyone on both trips. And I think at this point in the Italy trip, it was just like, you know, this is my first time doing anything like this. And so now that the first few days are over and I've got past that like nervy part of it where it's like, oh my God, I'm meeting all of these new people and I'm nervous and I'm a little anxious about it. Well, now the meeting part is over and we're just traveling together and getting to know each other, and it's the fun part now. And I'm so excited to be here. And I think the melting away of my nerves broke me out of my introversion a little bit. And definitely energized me and just gave me a boost being in somewhere so fucking beautiful. Good morning. Our first full day with the whole group here in Italy. I feel like this is crazy that this is actually happening. We've got such a good group. Really, truly, I'm so impressed and touched at how sweet and thoughtful everyone in this group is and how immediately everyone started to get along and connect. So we're at a little market right now for the next like hour and a half or so, and then we're hitting some of the big sites in Rome. So, big day ahead of us, ladies. And what was she talking about just then?
Right. Like she's home alone. What was she talking about? Metaphor for, really, at the end of the day.
And see, this is why the girlies knew that this was a hit.
100%, 1,000%. Like, look, it was not lost on us. It was not fucking lost.
Come Clean being a masturbation anthem.
She said, come clean.
Babes, we knew. She's coming clean. She has come clean.
I'm like losing my mind.
Okay, what did you say?
Mall.
Mall, city.
In it.
Oh, babes, we've got this.
Period. Period, love. 3, 2, 1. Love Island.
Oh, what did you say? Villa. I thought I had it because of the like. Oh no, we're really close now. Villa, Love Island, London.
Okay. Okay. No.
Let's keep going.
No, we have.
Now we know. There's only one answer.
One villa. Wait.
Villa, Love Island, London. What do these three things have in common? 3, 2, 1.
Casa Amor.
Hey, thank you, Ashley. We just got it. What do you mean Casa Amor? Stay down there.
On Love Island. Give me a break.
Alright, tonight we're at Tonnarello, which was recommended from my friend Kayla, who studied abroad in Rome. So, high hopes. Kayla, I'm talking to you.
Cheers.
I think the thing I missed the most when I was on these trips was masturbating. I'm just being real and honest with you. I'm bearing my heart right now. And I especially missed something that accompanies a lot of my sexy solo time, which is the erotic audio stories over on Dipsea. I love audio erotica, okay? I live for the storyline, I live for the drama. I need someone with a hot voice in my ear telling me what to do. Boss me around, okay? If you've never heard of them, Dipsea is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. This app is designed by women, for women, and they've got a catalog of hundreds of stories that will cater right to your specific desires. This is what their app looks like. These are some categories you'd be the most interested in, you recently listened to, and then some recommendations for other stories you could check out. My most listened to category is definitely the dirty talk category, just because I love stories where there's a lot of talking during sex. So I just open up the dirty talk category and boom, I've got 450 different stories to choose from. So if you're looking to spice up your solo time and try something new, I highly recommend checking out Dipsea. And for viewers of my channel, Dipsea is offering a free extended 30-day trial for everyone that goes to dipseastories.com/partylikeMaddie. That is dipseastories.com/partylikeMaddie for a free extended 30-day trial. And I hope you enjoy it, love it, live for it, and have the best solo time of your life. Back to the video. We are leaving Rome today and headed more towards the Tuscany, Florence area. We're making a few stops along the way. Forget where we're staying tonight. Today is June 15th, which means it's the 1-year anniversary of my podcast, which I am so proud of. It has been like my favorite thing to make over the last year of my life. It's been really creatively fulfilling for me and just like exciting. I don't know, it's something I really look forward to making every single week. And I think it came at a time where I really needed it and I just didn't even know it. Not to be like podcast bro on you right now. It's really important, my podcast is really important. I just mean it in the sense of like, the podcast was just something joyful and silly and fun and low pressure that I could look forward to, because I was at that time making absolutely $0 off of it. And honestly, the whole first year I wasn't really making money off the podcast outside of like what little I get from AdSense. Now that's starting to change, which is very exciting to like see the podcast growing and brands wanting to work with me on the podcast. It's just like, obviously that's what we were working towards. And yeah, I just feel like the last year the podcast was exactly what it needed to be for me. It was low pressure, low stakes, bun. That's all I'm doing for makeup today. We're gonna be walking around. I'm gonna be sweaty, but you know, I just wanted a little glow early in the morning here. I haven't even told you guys about what happened at our dinner last night.
You're not gonna believe it. I can't even. I'm flabbergasted.
You're never gonna believe it. We ordered 2 bottles of wine. Normal.
Yeah,
Regular.
They weren't even like full. They were like 0.75 liters. Yeah. To be clear.
Expected. Even.
Not even a full.
2 bottles of wine for 3 ladies.
Not uncommon.
On vacation.
On
Come
vacation.
On a God forbid I drink 3 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
There was nothing weird about it.
No, nothing.
The waiter looks at us and goes, 2 bottles of wine for 3 people? The silence was deafening. We were like, yeah. I was not happy. But like what he didn't take into account is that women can do anything.
It's so true.
So true.
That's so true.
And if he thought about that, he never would have asked us why we wanted 2 bottles of wine.
It was so judgmental. It was very, the vibes were off. It was very judgy from the get. He was not having it.
Did we finish the 2 bottles of wine?
Stop. Okay, did we versus questions did we is different than could we. Okay, we could have. We could have,
But we didn't.
we didn't feel the need to prove a point.
No.
Because we're above it. And again, we could have if we wanted to.
Because women can do anything.
Literally anything.
Don't you forget it, baby. Wait, and then Mika was beefing with our taxi driver.
That's true. I was beefing because basically these like 3 boys ran into the street and he was like, boys are so crazy. And I was like, yeah, it's so true. And then we were talking about how like kids are crazy and I was like, yeah, but like boys are crazier. And he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, well, girls are obviously more mature at that age. He was like, yeah, okay. I'm like, first of all, you're the one that brought it up. Okay. I was like,
Second of all, how's it feel to be wrong?
I don't know, because I've never been wrong.
I was gonna say a woman has never been wrong.
I don't know. Never have been.
Yeah, and then he asked for Mika's Facebook
Or Instagram or phone number. If I'm gonna be honest, it feels really powerful to be able to reject men in multiple languages.
Adorable. So cute. You found the right group. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Can you imagine?
The tonnarello must age for 3 years. In Croatian oak is Slavonia wood. That's the best way to become a professional. Great. To try this one.
Oh, like an oaky? It certainly does say something. And grapes.
I feel like they're like maybe overestimating our wine.
They might be. Listen, fake it till you make it.
Period. That's what I always
If you believe you're a wine sommelier, then you are a wine sommelier.
true.
Good morning. We're taking a pasta cooking class this morning, which I'm so excited about. This has been the moment I'm most excited for. A serve.
Slay. Monumental.
So I guess everyone in the group is really thirsting over our guide. And what
asked our tour guide asked him how he prefers to be courted.
I mean, it's a good question.
Okay, I have to go ask her. He's coming over like close to conversation. The tea was at like how do Italian men prefer to be courted? And Mark was like, let's ask him. And have her answer.
I'm gonna go ask her right now. I'm like,
okay, guys, this aside, everybody, one of the really Italian tradition. The Italian in the world is famous for the spaghetti. The proportion eggs and flour is half cup, 100 grams, to 1 egg. And the good dose of pasta is Italian dose, is generous, is 1 egg each 1 person. Olive oil is the optional addition, but for the consistency it's very good, and a big pinch of salt. And around the rinse of flour and mixes this back. When it gets large, flip, fold, and do it again. None of these. But just 1 fold, 1 fold.
Let's go, Rachel.
This pasta is better of the pasta you buy really in the shop. Okay? Just because you use the rolling pin, the consistency change. The concentration of the pasta is no like when you use the machine. Take the dough, put your flour, and start with your fingers, like when you make a pizza. This one. Cover with small flour, like when you make a pizza, this one. Around, and I want to make it the same thickness. 2 or 3 slabs, okay? Do that this way. Follow the side of the dough, this. Watch. And little by little go in the middle. Okay. Push. Brava, 1 stick long. Stretch, wrap it, roll it. After rolling, start, go to the corner, and do it again. Then you can use red chorizo, Italians with your fennel seeds, without shallot, not simply onion, because I like the sweetness of the shallot, okay? Finger. Because if you use the metal, the blade of knife, then change the flavor. Good aroma of the basil transform in the grass flavor. Grass, not the good grass to smoke. The bad grass of the garden. Watch, skinny, it's linguine. Take it with 2 fingers underneath. That's and take it out. Take it.
Wow. How fancy.
So we decided that the winner is someone that was excellent, and for the first time is wanted to make pasta. So Eric, you were.
Post-Italy trip, the Italy group has actually made this pasta on their own at home, which I thought was just so sweet. Sweet, sweet friendship and homemade fresh pasta. What is sweeter than that? Good evening, everybody. She's got some sun. She's looking a little tanned and gorgeous. What's going on? So we had an amazing day today, full of wine tasting and pasta making, and then we had a... That sounded crazy, didn't it? Then we did a big photo shoot. I shot Polaroids of everyone and digitals of everyone holding hands and running around and laughing and dancing, and it was just so sweet. Then we got to spend the afternoon by the pool. Had some time where it was just us down there swimming and talking and laughing, and now I'm about to lead a journaling workshop. So if you guys would like to journal along with us, I will take you along with me so you can also do this journaling workshop. So let's go downstairs. I just love a journaling workshop. I do. I'm a sucker for it. And I feel like this night on the trip was what really solidified the bond of this group. I felt like I was so struck in Italy by how quickly everyone became friends and how like intimate and deep those friendships could become in just 1 week. I love friendship. Friendship is like the most beautiful thing in the world to me, and I love that new friendship is always right around the corner. Like there's just such an abundance of love and friendship in this lifetime, and how lucky are we for that? And getting to witness it and so many people was so beautiful. And there were so many moments for me where I was like, this is crazy. Like all of these people connected with my videos and in turn are connecting with each other because we all ended up at the same place at the same time. Like I think it gives me a lot of purpose to see how the things that I create online can bring people together. That lights me on fire. And the journaling workshops are always just so good with bringing you closer, getting you a little bit more intimate, getting into deeper, below surface level conversations with people so you can really strengthen those bonds and those friendships. And this was definitely a night to remember on the Italy trip for sure. And then after the journaling workshop, Ashley and I went and got a little dinner together at this cutie little restaurant that was run by just like a couple that they were adorable. The wife was taking the orders and the husband was in the back cooking. And it was like an open kitchen so we can see them. They were so fucking sweet. They gave us free limoncello shots. Glorious. Loved it. And then the next morning we were off to Florence. I've started trying to collect a magnet from every new place I go just to add it to my fridge. I don't know, just something a little cutesy that I've been doing. And at the beginning of this trip, I was like, I'm gonna forget to buy my magnet, so like let me just buy my magnet in Italy, get it off my plate so I don't forget to buy a magnet in Italy. But then I kept finding better magnets and I kept buying better magnets. So I left the trip, the whole trip, Italy and Greece, with like, I don't know, 8 magnets in total. I already broke one of them, but let me show you the magnets that I still have. This was the first magnet I bought, which I actually don't like at all, but it was like the best one that they had in the little shop that I was at, and it's ugly. So I kind of liked it because it was ugly, and it's very much giving 2012 Tumblr. So there's something like corny about it that I do like. Then the day that we were in San Gimignano, there were like all these tiny little makers that set up little stands, and there was a man that was selling handmade magnets of the boob and butt variety, so obviously I had to buy them. The boob ones were really the ones that caught my eye because they were all different shapes and sizes, which I just loved. He was very particular about it. He made sure that he had a diverse range of boobs at his little kiosk, and I appreciate that. So of course I got the big saggy ones, because it's the way of life, baby. Come on now. And then once I got this, I was like, I feel like I need a butt to match. Just like for the vibes. Then, when we were on our way out, I saw these 3 magnets that I was losing my mind about because, okay, first, this little bag of penne, are you fucking kidding me? Loved it so much because, like, you can't see the magnet. It's just like this tiny little mini bag of penne that's just gonna stick to your fridge. And then right next to it, they had a mini bottle of Aperol and a bottle of wine. Again, you can't see the magnets on these either. Like, these are so freaking cute. And then I bought 2 magnets in Greece, one of which already broke, but this is the one that didn't break, which is little Athena. But I'm very satisfied with my magnet purchases this trip. Made it to Greece. We're officially 1 week into my Euro girl summer and we're doing the damn thing. I had my first and only night to myself over the course of this trip last night, and it was really nice. I watched some Love Island, I caught up on some work I needed to do, edited the podcast, and now I'm just having a slow little morning to myself while I wait for everyone else to arrive. My sister just landed. She's rooming with me, so she'll be right here very shortly. And more of you guys are starting to arrive, so I'm so excited to do this all over again one more time. I've been going through and reading the notes that the Italy group left me on our last night, and I cried when they gave these to me. I had no idea that they were writing them. And going through and reading all of these notes just feels like a warm hug to me. I knew that these trips were gonna be great, but it's one of those things where you don't know what to expect because you've never done it before. So even though I know in my heart of hearts that the people that watch my videos that want to come on this trip, this bestie trip with the designed intention of making new friends, I knew in my heart of hearts that everything was going to be amazing. But I don't think I knew just how amazing it would be. I said this in my group chat with everyone last night, but what I feel right now, like this longing for the group we had last week, feels really similar to feelings that I felt when I left theater camp at like 14 years old. Like the first summer that I ever went to theater camp, I was only signed up to do 1 week. The whole camp usually goes for 2. It was my first time there though. I'd never done it before. I didn't know anybody. And the first few days of being at that camp, I was like so painfully shy and I felt like I was making no friends. And then over like the last 2-3 days of that week, I was like, I blossomed. I came out of my shell. I made friends. We started having inside jokes, and I called my mom and I was like, please let me stay another week. And my parents signed me up for week 2, and that was the summer camp I went to all throughout my teenage years every summer, and it's like my fondest memories. And when we left camp every year,
we would all sob. We'd be sobbing and crying, and everyone would be like, oh my god, like, why are you so sad? Like, first of all, you've known these people for like literally 2 weeks, but also like, you'll see each other again sometime. I don't know when. None of us lived in the same place. None of us lived in the same town. So I guess I just really resonate and relate to the feeling that I'm feeling right now. And it's not something that I've felt in so many years. And it's a bittersweet feeling. It is sad that the trip is over and that everybody lives pretty far apart, but everyone's already talking about going to visit each other, making plans to do New Year's together, which is really special. And I love it. Power of the internet. So anyways, I'm so excited to do it all over again in Greece. Whole new group of besties. And I'm really excited to see my sister too. It's been a minute since I've had like a quality one-on-one sister time with her. So I'm excited to have a sleepover every night for the next week.
Morgan's here. Morgan's first time in Europe as a person with a brain.
Yep.
They can remember being in Europe. So cheers. How do you say cheers in Greek? Look it up quickly. What did we learn earlier?
I don't even remember.
Yasas. Yasu.
Something with like
Hello, goodbye.
Yamas.
Yamas? Where'd the M come from? That was Yasas.
Oh.
You cheers.
That means a toast to good health.
Sorry, ignore my drying underwear. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go downstairs and meet people for the first time. Yamas. So our itinerary for the Greece trip is a lot less travel back and forth than it was for the Italy trip. So I was stoked to have a little bit more of a chill week ahead of me. So we started in Athens, spent a day there, and then got on a ferry to Mykonos, where we'll spend the bulk of our trip before heading back to Athens for our last night. So I think one of my more controversial opinions that came about on this trip was that I kind of liked the Greek food more than I liked the Italian food. And I will explain myself. I think that more came from the fact that I don't feel that I've had a lot of really great Greek food in my life, but I feel like I've had a lot of really great Italian food. Please let me just finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. When we were in Italy, the food was phenomenal. I'm not saying I didn't love the Italian food. I loved the Italian food. It was delicious. But I think more than anything, my main reaction was to be like, oh, I've had plenty of authentic Italian food in New York. Not that I didn't already know that, it just seemed to validate it, because I've had Italian food that tasted that fantastic right in New York City, which I guess makes sense because there's a lot of Italians in New York, and New York is home to many different authentic cuisines. But I have not had Greek food that tasted that good in New York. And so being in Greece and tasting the Greek food, it was like a brand new experience versus the Italian food. I just felt like, oh, cool. We got this at home. So this wasn't a diss on the Italian people or their food. It was just more of like a, oh my God, New York, she's so talented and lovely. You know, it was more just like a love letter to New York, not a diss on Italy. The food was phenomenal in Italy as well. But even still, back in New York, I've been craving Greek food since coming back, and I have still not found a Greek place in New York that really matched my experience with the food in Greece. So if you have any recommendations for Greek restaurants in New York, let me know. I would love to try them out. We're on the ferry to Mykonos right now, and somebody airdropped Morgan this picture of their friend, and I was like, they might be getting more than they bargained for, because we're gonna send them some fucked up things in response. It's not coming out. Just wait. Right, we made it to Mykonos, baby! This is crazy. Everyone's like slowly walking up to their rooms, and Morgan and I have been sitting here on our balcony looking down. Not one person has looked up, so we decided we're gonna scare them. They look at us, it's a no-go though. It only works if they don't look, and they're right here, and then we're just gonna go.
Just like when they round the corner, they'd see us. But then
I get a pretty good view from right here. If we miss our opportunities to be funny twice in one day, I'm gonna be so pissed. I don't think she sees us. I think Liv sees us though.
How did that
no, it sounds out of my mouth.
It's like, have you seen that video of the guy at the grocery store where the guy keeps putting an item on and it rolls and the cashier's just looking at him at the last minute, he goes, ugh. Okay, that was good. Good work.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Like, you know that video of Justin Bieber where he's like, oh, I like that laugh. Good morning.
Like, you want a free shot? I'll give it to you. My mouth's just like, okay.
This is our first full day in Mykonos, baby. We're starting it by the pool. And Morgan's starting it with a shot.
Apparently.
For the album, amygdalota. It's from amygdalota.
I used to be allergic to peanuts.
I'm gonna cite you whenever I hear someone that's allergic to peanuts. I'm like, well, I knew someone who just pushed through that shit, so.
Feel different than Is that a shooting star? Guys, what the fuck is that? Someone tell me.
No,
what are we
I'm
looking
actually
at?
kind of scared. Like,
why are you scared? Is that a shooting star?
I don't know why I'm scared, because a shooting star isn't that bright and long. There's no way that's a shooting star.
Why does it look like it's coming towards us?
That's why I'm like, it's a fucking asteroid. Like, what's going on?
What is that?
I'm scared.
Why is it moving? Dude, I'm so confused. Why is it
the
moving?
aliens? I don't know what's going on.
What is that? Can you
It's
even
moving
see it on
that way,
camera?
too.
Yeah, what? So
Maddie, what the
so
fuck? It looks like Santa and his reindeer in like outer space.
I'm so confused. What is that? I don't even think it's picking up on camera anymore. So Morgan and I did learn that it was not aliens, but it was Elon Musk, which is kind of the same thing. I've never heard of that though. whatever it was. I'm forgetting what it is now because in my head it was just aliens. It's funnier that way. So I'm still going to refer to it as the day that Morgan and I saw aliens, even though it was Elon Musk. But it is the same thing. Like, let's be so real and honest right now. So anyways, yeah, some satellite thing. Not nearly as cool as believing that we saw, like, aliens or a UFO. It was just crazy to see. Like, I wish you could have been there because the video doesn't really capture it. It was like, at first it looked like a shooting star, but then I was like, why? It looks like a string that's just floating towards us. It was bizarre. I don't think I've ever been so tired in my entire life. Also, can we talk about the struggles? Last few days have been slow on the vlog front because I am tired as fuck. Who knew that traveling for 2.5 weeks would make you exhausted? Oh my god, I had no fucking clue. Tonight was our last night in Mykonos. We had a beautiful little boat cruise moment. It was nice and relaxing. But the boat cruise was so fun. We went out to dinner and everyone is out partying right now and I'm not. Because I'm 26 years old and I hate that shit. And I'm so excited to see my cat in 2 short days. Mango, I'm coming for you, baby. But tomorrow we head back to Athens for our last night and then it's back to New York for me, baby. I'm ready for AC, like AC, like pumping. AC, the coldest rooms you've ever been in, AC. Cause like, I've got AC, but this isn't AC. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for AC, Diet Coke, and ice cubes. And that's all I'm gonna say.
And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down.
And that brings us to the end of my very unique European summer with 40 of my subscribers and a bunch of new friends. These trips were incredible. I'm reliving them constantly through all of the photos and videos. Even through editing this video, I've been reliving so many of the moments on our trips, and I already know the question that you're thinking right now, which is, are you doing another one of these again? Will you be planning another group travel trip? Will there be more opportunities to meet a bunch of like-minded people that are eager to make new friends? And the answer is yes, there is. And I'm so excited that I can now announce to you where that trip is going to be to. So next summer, June 2024, we are going to be going to Spain, baby. We're going to Mallorca and Ibiza. It's gonna be launching later this week, so be sure to put yourself on the email list at the link down below so you'll be notified the second the trip goes live. Think on it, check out the trip page, look more into what's included in the price, what activities we're gonna be doing, suss out if it's something that you're interested in, that fits within your budget right now, and then put yourself on that email list if you're interested. I'm so excited to get to do this again and to see more of Europe. Also, Mallorca, Love Island vibes. Don't think I don't know. June, come on. Come on, we're gonna be in the place where it happens, people. All the information for the trip is gonna be linked in the description down below. And I hope to see you guys in Spain. What the fuck? Life is weird. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.